What's the current climate like for wraparound providers almost across the UK at the minute?
I think it's really 15 years. So actually, with the introduction of the National Wraparound Childcare Programme and the funding that's associated with that distributed by local authorities, I think we've got a real opportunity to take a little bit of risk actually to kind of go, do you know what, I've always wanted to expand what we're doing. I know there's a little bit of reserves and those savings. So I think there's a real opportunity to test some expansion with a little bit of support from the funding, take some of that financial risk away.
Do something wrong, but I think it's important as businesses that we make sure that we do put things in place and help them and listen to them and nurture and train them so that, you know, new systems and processes that enable them to, you know, not feel fearful of making mistakes. Especially in wraparound settings, you know, when you've got lots of children running around with different needs and different things, it's like, how do we make that as clear as possible? So, you know, thanks for sharing that. And I kind of taking you back into the settings place now of, you know, where you've got that wraparound setting, you've got children in there, and Ofsted turn up. Is what do clubs or settings commonly slip up or get caught off guard?
I think that where we tend to see the most not mets and judgments that come through, what we tend to see is it's around an error in recording.
Those things, but how do you see digital systems, I like all Encompass, kind of making a difference when it does come to reducing inspection stress or helping those team, you know, that psychological safety, as you mentioned before, prepare and feel comfortable for when an Ofsted inspection may take place?
I think there's a couple of things to be really efficient, and the biggest bonus that I can think of, having had some conversations around all Encompass and those ticking those boxes, really is about that peace of mind that once you've gone through and kind of use that system, that peace of mind is there that, you know, unless something changes, you've got the records, and, you know, that digital system can help you to really demonstrate that you're meeting those minimums.
What we do, we train a lot of other companies of how to provide leading Ofsted, leading wraparound care that falls in with Ofsted, and creating the memories and the culture of children. It's talk about our booking system and all Encompass quite freely. So what I'll do is I'll share a live demo of what it looks like.
This is how it's been tried and tested. So yeah, can you now tell us a little bit, how did it help you through Ofsted?
Of course. So what I'll do is I'll show you quite quickly. I think the inspector was like, okay, so this is how the system works. The children haven't been collected, haven't arrived yet because the club hasn't started yet. That's how it would look. And yeah, if we were to do it, then we can tick it all as well as marks collected. So it's really easy, really slick. Every single one of our team members were competently trained on it as well. So she asked about how do you get around about using mobile phones. So every staff member has a separate login. So they just log in and they have a memorable word, which they can just type in whatever the memorable word was. They'll ask them for different characters and they'll put in that character as well. That eliminated all mobile phones, which we could put away in a lockbox securely. So that was one of the questions she had about how you get around that side of it as well. We were then asked, so that instant then flags on our systems every single person who's a DSL. They'll get an email saying incidents being reported at all Encompass Primary. Please click here to view it. On what date? So we're really hot on this because we always say, God forbid it ever happened. If anything was to happen to a child, we could pinpoint directly when they last. Children have a food icon. She asked, well, how would you know what allergies and dietary requirements they have? Every child, if there's one, we say it's down to the parent. But they have an A or D, we click on them and we can see, so this child here is celiac and can't have any nuts, so we would make sure that we help for them. So how I showed you then was a staff version of the portal. So the admin portal is a lot more information, and we've trained staff members, we've created a little tutorial in the register. It's completely live. So it gives our team the confidence that one of their reporting incidents is going to be monitored. They know exactly which children.
We're really proud of that. So the system is really simple in terms of its pricing structure, and that's to our values as well: transparency, honesty and trust. So it's 3.5% as possible. Full onboarding, full training at no cost. Access to all the portals, whether it's a school portal, admin portal, staff portal. Remind me, Joe, the fourth one, sorry.
Portal.
What's that, sorry?
The parent portal.
Parent portal, that's the one, thank you.
Alliance to be able to get our offer.
Yeah, I mean, it's another one of these no-brainer offers, really, isn't it? Is that the cost of our membership is £55 a year per setting. So if you are likely to have significant transactions going through this, it's probably the best £55 you'll ever spend for many reasons, not just the discounts that we offer. I think even if you put OOSA into Google, we'll still come up. And then there's a big purple button at the top. You just need to poke any of the big purple buttons and fill in your details. And
thanks, Andy. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks,
Well done.
Ollie.